Okay, hey everybody. Today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a web browser using C#. The compiler I'm using is Microsoft's Visual C# 2008 Express Edition. And C# is pretty cool. You could do a lot of things with it. I think you could even make Xbox 360 games and stuff like that. The only thing that sucks about C# is it will not work on a Macintosh or Linux or other operating systems. It would only work on Microsoft systems, which sucks, but it's still pretty cool. So let's get started with the web browser. First thing you probably already know is this area right here is your workspace. That's, if I were to run the program, that's what's going to pop out. So we're going to make that much bigger. It's a web browser. I'll leave it at that size for now. Okay, so now that's our official size for the web browser. Now, there's a toolbox on the left side where you get a lot of things, a lot of choices and features, radio buttons, link labels, folder browser, dialog, whatever, all that cool stuff. We're gonna make a web browser. So if you go down here, you can see the web browser is the last one. We're gonna pull out the web browser, and it's gonna fit entirely onto the entire workspace, which I do not want. So I'm going to undock it, and I'm going to make it at the size that I want. Alright, so let's make it about that size. Alright, so far 25% of the program is already made, you could say. Now, the way we would go on different websites and stuff, you obviously need a text box where you're going to enter the website URL. So we're going to get a text box, which is somewhere down here. It's right there. Alright, so we're going to get that text box and we're going to click and drag on it. Whoops. Alright, and let's make it a little wider. Alright, so far you have your text box. Now we need a button so that when we hit go, it's going to go to that certain website. So let's get a button. Now this may seem pretty easy. It sort of is easy, but it gets a little trickier when you get to your coding. So let's get a button for now. This is just a basic stuff for now. And we're gonna call this button go. Alright, and as you can see, now you have go there. And now we need another button so we could navigate through the web browser, such as go back or go forward. So I'll get two more buttons. This will be my go back, and I'll get another button for forward. And this is pretty cool because C# actually lines it up almost for you. Alright, so let's run it just for the hell of it. And as you can see, now you have basically a web browser, but it absolutely does nothing. So if I click on the buttons, as you can see, they do nothing. Alright, now let's go to the coding. So if I want to go to a web browser, yada yada, I would double click on go and it'll take me to the code. Okay, now how would I do that? How would I navigate a web page? So here we go. We obviously have a web browser, so since that's what we're going to use, we're going to type in web browser. And this is the cool thing about C#, you get a lot of IntelliSense, and IntelliSense is basically this little box that pops up here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Yeah, okay, there it is. And basically it accesses all the subfields from different classes and data structures and stuff like that. Okay, so web browser 1, and we're going to navigate the web browser. This is just basic syntax code that's required for a web browser. And we're gonna navigate, let's see, whatever is typed into the text box. So we're gonna do text box 1. Now the reason why it's text box 1 is because we only have one text box, or that's the first text box, and we're grabbing text from that and put a semicolon at the end. And as you can see, as you go, the program pretty much compiles itself. So let's say if I were to take that semicolon out, I will get an error automatically. I didn't even compile it, it just does it by itself. It's pretty cool. So now we have the go button finished. Now we want the forward, and really simple, WebBrowser 1 dot it's go forward, I believe. Yeah, no, go forward, right? And then it's an empty function. Okay, and back. It's gonna be WebBrowser 1 dot go back, and another empty function. Okay, now one more thing we're gonna add is the refresh button. Alright. So now we have the refresh button right there. And same thing as the go back button, except it's refresh. WebBrowser 1 dot refresh semicolon. No errors. So now we're gonna test it. We're gonna run the program, really simple, and we're gonna type in www.youtube.com. Go. We're gonna click on go, and now we have our web browser. How about that? Videos playing, everything, yada yada. And this is YouTube that we're on. So let's say I want to type in C++ to search. Okay, oh, that's good. And then I want to go back. I click back. I want to go forward. Click forward, it works. And then I'm going to hit refresh. And everything's good. So that's it. Thanks for watching.